Hi, Takan. Welcome back to my channel. You probably saw the video I had there for a few minutes or so. Again, it's about the overtime king. And he's whining and moaning about, oh, everybody's doing it. I just want you to see the article for yourself before I add any more comments to it. Now, you probably noticed that one of the individuals supposed to have ties to organized crime or something like that. But my beef is not with organized crime. My beef is with the MTA. So I'm not mentioning the organized crime part of it because that's not my forte. It's the MTA that I had the beef with and the expertise in. So we're going to focus only on them. And that's it. So they're saying about no-show jobs and they're leaving early and all this other stuff in there. And it kept jacking up the overtime, and they're blaming Amtrak. I don't know how Amtrak is involved if once the project is between 63rd Street and Grand Central, Amtrak has no involvement. I think the thing with the Amtrak is a ruse. But you see the Long Island Railroad went along with it, and the MTA. So, nobody was twisting their arms to do that. They wanted the project built. They didn't care how long it would take. The tunnel has been sitting dormant. The Underworld Tunnel has been dormant for a long, long time, since the 60s, since they built the damn thing in the first place. Now, if we didn't have no Taylor law, and the subway and Long Island Railroad would have been on the same footing, you wouldn't have to need a two-level, four-track line. You only would have needed two, because Long Island Railroad would have been in to Manhattan already. Subway's been in out of Manhattan, that tunnel, for a long time. This is dealing with the agency, and also you got the former administration that may have made things worse. He didn't care how much the budget was spent. He wanted it done. So yeah, you got it done, but look at the expense. I mean, let's put it this way. Let me break it down to you. Number one, on the New York subway system, nobody gets to leave early. We have to wait till it's our time to go. Times that the people did leave early had gotten themselves into a lot of trouble. People got into accidents, incidents, legal problems, and so on. I'll give you a prime example. There was a conductor who left early on that fatal 4 train that derailed at 14th Street. He got in trouble for that. And I'm sure they didn't give him his full workman comp for that. Said he was off duty, but they still got in trouble for it. You had a motorman who left early from Coney Island Yard, and he keeps revving up his motorcycle and drove a neighbor crazy. When the neighbor realized, hey, this guy's supposed to be at work, banged him in. So the investigators caught him. He was crying like a little kid, ratting everybody out to save his own behind. Didn't do any good. He still got in huge trouble. And the supervision but let him do that, they got in trouble too. And let me tell you what they did to them. Those people that were at Coney Island Yard and they lived in Brooklyn, guess what? They sent them to the Bronx. So now they have to travel all the way to the Bronx, where the job was a few minutes away, now to hours away. as punishment for what they allowed to happen. So that's why I would never try to leave early, because you never know. The supervisor could be looking for you for any reason, and it's happened. I mean, I finished the job early on one of those trains at check rails, but I didn't leave right away because it was too much time. So I was cleaning out my bag and stuff. Lo and behold, superintendent calls looking for me. Yeah, I was on the phone. That's a year. I was here, and I explained what he needed to know, and that was it. Now, maybe he was trying to see if I left early so he can have a little write-up on me, make some money. But it didn't work, did it? But in the end, I'll tell you what it costs all of us. The taxpayers have to foot the majority of the bill, but the people who pay the tolls for the system, the bridge and tunnels, they have to pay a lot because of this, as well as the riders who do pay. Because those who jump the fare wouldn't care less. But eventually, comes to a point when you don't have enough money to cover all your bills, and you start looking for money elsewhere. So it starts affecting the rest of the system. So I wouldn't be surprised if my assignment that I had on Apple 307 was eliminated as a budget cost measure to pay for the Long Island Railroad overrun. Well, I can't prove it, but it can happen. Anyway, but that's the thing. The more you take out of the rest of the system, it does affect it. That's why your trains are getting dirtier. That's why your trains' maintenance is delayed. That's why you have to do these tricks like the if you're below a certain street, you have to start charging you a fee to get into Manhattan. That was delayed because of the COVID. That was supposed to bring money into the subway. That has not happened. Little schemes. Of course, if you have a phone or something, most likely you have an MTA surcharge on it. You're still paying for a surcharge from the Civil War. Yeah, look it up. But seriously, it does affect everything. And of course, the granddaddy of them all was one of the contracts that we had said that if Long Island Railroad employees get a raise, we get a raise too. Well, as far as I know, that didn't happen. So, it's once again, I don't care what the guy said. Oh, everybody's stealing. No. Because if everybody's stealing, everybody will be handcuffs. And I don't see any handcuffs on here. So, that's on you if you want to steal. Because when you get caught, you're being tried by yourself and those who work with you, not everybody else. In that agency, not all the other agencies, you. So, good luck on your chosen profession as being a new member of the Orange is the New Black set. Because that's probably where you're going. Also, this is Alcan saying so long for now. Don't forget to stop. And if you want more details of what was going on with that Long Island Railroad, just situation, check the New York Daily News.